Welcome to Geeks 4x4, the most budget-oriented off-road channel in all the YouTubes. And today we are back with Big Blue, and we are going to take out the rear heater and the rear AC, that box in the back and the sides, and we're going to get this interior completely stripped and ready to be cut. So that is what we're doing today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get right to it. Well, got all the coolant evaporated, pulled out of these rear lines, pulled them off. I got to get little plugs for them, so just wanted to make sure I'm going to get the correct ends. So, still a little pressure in there when I popped it off, but it's a 1/2-inch nut if you are needing to do this to your Excursion, and I'm going to put a link down below to the bypasses, the blockouts that I did, if your rear AC, if you're deleting it, or if it's leaking, or stuff like that. So anyway, gonna pull the other one, we'll film that one, see if it's got any pressure. Stand back so I can get away from it. It does a little bit of blow. So one is female and one is male. So at least on mine, I guess people on the eBay said that they see them differently every once in a while. So I believe those are the cheaper ones even, which is really exciting. Gotta love cheap things. Just snug goes back up, not super tight. Those are gonna get bypasses. These are the rear lines. All right, now on to the heater bypass. So these two are the rear heater lines. And one of them goes into a T right here that goes to the back of the head, and the other one goes into the bottom of this. I've got a cap on this one and a cap on this one. This one really needs a 5/8 cap. This one needs a 3/4 cap. I have both of them with the 3/4, and I tightened the heck out of this clamp. So hopefully we are set to go, and have no issues with this. So it's got this little. It's got these metal hose clamps. I just stuck my grinder in there and cut it. I'm sure there's a better way. Maybe not, but there's not much room for a grinder in there. But it did the job. All right, well, it's been a couple of days. Man, this was really quick. This said it wasn't going to be here till the end of the week. The shipping only took 3 days. I bought it on the 20th, and it's the 23rd. These are the caps. Let's pop them open. Caps for the AC, which you guys saw me pop those off and just double check them. If you are going to do this to your AC, I would suggest double checking them. Sounds like they're pretty commonly these ones, but it happens sometimes where they are not these ones. So bubble wrap, come with new O-rings, and made out of nice shiny aluminum. And yeah, new O-rings. They are both ready to go on. It comes with this bolt. I'm unsure why it comes with that bolt. Maybe I'm about to find out. Let's see. I am about to find out, because the upper fitting, this one, has the stud on it. And so in order to put on the cap, you need a bolt for that one. And let's see if I don't get, you guys heard that little blow off. It's already been apart, so it made some pressure. I haven't even turned the AC on. So this one sprayed last time, didn't spray this time, so that's nice. This one's easy. Pops on just like that. I am gonna put just a little bit of oil on these to make them go easier. I don't even know where the dipstick is on this truck yet. I always just pull some oil off of the dipstick. just get a little bit of oil on these so that they slide in and don't pinch or anything like that on all the O-rings that I ever do. So this will be no different. Hopefully engine oil is not bad for an AC system. I'm sure it is. I'm sure I'm giving you terrible advice because that's what YouTube's for. But here I am doing it anyway. A little bit on this one too. Just coat it. And the lower side is capped. And let's see if this is a 1/2 inch on both ends. It is. I'll be right back. You want those to be tight because they are going to hold pressure from the AC system, and so make sure they stay nice and tight. But now I have AC lines that go to the rear that are completely free. You guys already saw I have the heater lines that go to the rear completely free. Go get this AC recharged, and I will have AC in this truck again. There's going to be a link down in the description to those cool little caps that I just bought. They're like 40 bucks, and like I said, they took 3 days to get here. So the steps to this, though, they are important. You need to drain the AC system. If you don't drain the AC system, you can do it. You're going to spray that refrigerant and everything all over the place. It's pressurized, so when you pop that thing out and you are full of it, it'll spray all over the place. You guys can look back in the footage when I just opened this up. I didn't show you guys opening this lower one, but it kind of sprayed, and there's some green back on this, and it's still wet in here right now. It's green in there too. I don't know if exactly you guys can see that in the camera, but it's pressured. So I would 100% recommend going to a shop and saying, hey, can you drain my system? Or if you've got a leak and you're just plugging that and you know that you're already drained, you're probably pretty safe. But definitely drain it if you're just removing them and you know that it actually has pressure. Pop them, check them. Like I said, I had a male and a female, or a female and a male connection that I went with. So that's what my 2000 V10 Excursion had. I don't know what the white truck has. I won't be pulling that apart to look. And then pull them, order the caps, put the caps on, and easy as that. Go back, get it recharged, and you should have AC in the front. Obviously, you will not have rear AC anymore. There's actually a condenser and stuff in the back that gives it actually a separate AC for the rear of these trucks. And you're not going to have that anymore. For the heater, you guys saw those two hoses. Just plug those that you're not going to use. You could go get a Super Duty vacuum valve. This opens the valve and closes the valve. So when you're on max AC, it actually closes this valve so that you don't get any warm coolant in the cab of the truck. Kind of works, kind of doesn't. It is what it is. But you know, you could get a Super Duty one, and you could also get the Super Duty elbow from a V10 Super Duty that goes from the back of the cylinder head into the one on the firewall. I just have them both blocked. I don't know if that's going to come back to haunt me someday. I might just put some caps in my bag, just, you know, so I have them because I know that they exist. But yeah, simple as that. And now you can take out that whole system in the back. I'm going to try and pull that side off really quick and show you guys before we finish up this video. I put the truck back together a little bit to go do a ride. I ran SAG for a bike ride, as I said in the video recently. And the truck did really good. Needed the third row, so I put some of the stuff back in. But today I think we're going to really rip that thing all the way apart and see what we got. Hopefully we're going to start cutting on this thing here pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. Oh yeah, one more thing before I forget. I am going to attempt to snake these lines out of here without cutting them. I know that they're an unattainable part now, unless you're, I have no idea. You can't get them, I don't think. But I'm going to try my best to get them out of here. If somebody wants them, let me know. I'm up in the Pacific Northwest. They're like 18 feet long, and they're mostly hard line. There is some soft line right here though, which might get cut. Like I said, I don't know if I can get these things out of here nicely without cutting them. I think that they put them on the body before they drop the body onto the chassis. But these lines are good. So if somebody in the Pacific Northwest needs a set of lines, you guys let me know. I can we can do our best to get these things out of here in decent shape and get them to you. Okay, well, I have gotten the interior back to about where you guys remember it. This side panel is still in. I'm going to pop that out really quick. Probably not until after I'm going to cut these seat belts, these rear seat belts. I don't know what they did from the factory, but these suckers are breaking tools. So I just ended up having to cut the bolt off last time. I'm just going to do the same thing again. And this side panel will come out, and I'll show you guys all the stuff that I'm going to take out. It's a nice dance. Just love pulling these things out. Man, there's a lot of stuff behind there. I have never seen this back in here. Never pulled apart the one on the white truck. And there is a lot of room to be had in there. If you're looking for room in the back of this truck, I'm going to show you. This whole thing is full. Crazy. Okay, I'm gonna hop around to the front, get the right tool for this, and we are gonna get you guys shown that mess that I'm gonna be able to take out because I disconnected and am deleting the rear AC and stuff. So it's funny, this truck does not have the backup sensors, but it still has the same panel with the hole for the speaker. No speaker back there or anything like that. For these bolts on the seatbelt, there's that little plastic cover. You guys can't see it from all the way back there. I got it off right now just because I knew I was going to be taking these in and out a couple times. They break, so I wanted to keep them because I want these belts. Oh my goodness, the amount of room back here. I am absolutely amazed. I'm excited to show you guys. Ta-da! Holy smokes, Batman. This whole thing is the heater, air conditioner for the rear, lower feet vent for the rear, upper vents. I'm taking all of that out. This thing is getting completely stripped. I'm going to use this whole side for something. Who knows what. The Overland guys would love to see me put another battery in there, but you tell me what you think I should put over there. I'm probably going to end up with storage. I'm going to build in a lot of cubbies. I always forget to bring, well, story time. Story time, and then I'm going to bring the camera in here so you can see exactly what I just took out. To Moab this year, I brought my RC crawler. Super stoked about that. I've been to RCs forever, and I always see people with their crawlers, and I was like, man, I need to bring my crawler. Well, I finally remembered to bring my crawler, so I was stoked. And then I forgot the remote. So I brought my crawler and everything to run it,
and didn't bring the remote. So I am going to build a freaking remote storage section in this truck. Crawler section, charger section. My cooler will be able to fit in the back of this thing. I will know when something is missing because the compartments will be specifically built for that thing. So, and they're going to all lock down really nice, be tight, and underneath the bed around the spare tire. So the idea is the spare tire on this bed here, cover slash sleeping platform over it. I just measured the top of the seats is 10 inches and the top of this from the floor is 5. So I get to subtract 5 inches on the height of the platform on the seats. I have to figure out if it's going to work because I've got the height here and I want to still be able to sit up and change and stuff like that. That's important for sleeping in the back or something. So we'll see. We'll see if it's going to work or not. So anyway, let me go grab that camera and put you guys closer to the action. All right, right in here. This is a blower motor for the rear. These are the lines that come all the way under. Sorry, don't mind me knocking the Torx over. This looks like a drain line, one of them, and then 2 of them are the heater lines. And obviously the jack. Yeah, I'm laying down to show you this. And there is the floor vent for the rear. So that's the only floor vent in the rear. And then that tube right there goes up and feeds all of those guys. And I'm not sure if I'm going to have a headliner, so that's all going to come out. So anyway, this box is next, and got power and stuff. Let me know in the comments, what do you think you would do with this area? I think I already asked that. The other thing is, in the comments, what do you think the white truck, the 7.3 truck, is saying to itself while it watches me tear apart the interior of this truck? If you were the 7.3 truck, would you be worried? I don't know. Alright, so I pulled a couple of Christmas trees right here and right there. So 4 of them total. And this is the foot one comes out. Pulled the wires off of the motor back there. So you're actually going to be really interesting to me. If anybody can tell me what that is, that would be actually an interesting learn thing. It was on the outside. It was in this compartment right here. Air temperature or something like that? I have no idea. But I might try and use some of these so I have some accessory power back here. That blower motor sure got some nice big wires on it. So we'll be seeing how we do here. It looks like they just go into these plugs right here. And so I'm going to disconnect the wiring harness back here. But first I'm going to pull this seatbelt out. I believe that's the same size forks again. And then I'll pull this thing out. It's got some more little holders. That might be the only one actually. I might pull that one out real quick. Well, indeed, that one right there was the only one. So I'm now open up into my header, my headliner. More stuff thrown out, and back to getting the seatbelt out of here, and then on to getting the big boy box out of here. So this is the wire loom that I'm messing with here. I'll disconnect some of these. It looks like I'm going to be pretty clean here. And yeah, that one goes through the floor, which has the big blower motor size wire in it. So might even have some things on the switches, the actual AC control switches. We'll see. This is kind of an interesting development that I've thought of recently. So we'll see if we can't get anywhere. I don't know if these speakers are going to stay or anything like that, but for now, that's what we got going on. Seatbelt out. Seatbelt's clean. I don't know where that other wire goes, but can't quite pull that wiring harness out yet. Oh, this is the interesting. This is the sprayer for the rear wiper. Now, in 2001 on that truck, I am like 90% sure that it goes through here, because I've had it break up in here and leak out the back. Now this one looks like it's through here. I'm going to double check that that's, I think it is because I can see it moving on the wall back there. Anyway, interesting. We will learn here. Figured I'd show you guys this since we're looking at it. This is the door that moves. Can't move right now because it's still attached to the actuator motor, but tells it to go to the feet or to the roof. And then there's another door right in there somewhere that's controlled by this actuator motor that your heat and your cool. So anybody wants a rear AC heater unit in great shape, let me know. So I popped these off. This is a 5/8 and this is a 7/8. Those are the AC lines, and this is the drain, and these are the heater lines. So I'm just gonna cut the heating lines probably, maybe. I'm probably gonna drop the box out of here first and see if there's not clamps on the back side of the heater core or something like that to make it easy. And try not to leak antifreeze all over the floor in here. But AC should be free now, and I didn't have to cut anything yet, so that's good on the AC line. All right, so next is there's 3 bolts, I believe, that hold this thing on. There's one down here, one up there, and the one over there. And I'm gonna pull those out and see if this box doesn't come out of here. All right, 3 bolts, and looky here. We have a rear heater box. These are clamped, so that's great. I can probably gonna stick a straight fitting in those or over the elbow that I have, just so that I don't have to deal with leaks back here until I get them all out and the coolant all out of them, because it goes up there in the front, so it's not leaking out of them. So anyway, that's the AC lines. This is the AC condenser. This little vent thing should just slide off of there. It's been on there for 20 years, so I'm gonna grab a pair of pliers, twist it a little bit, pop it off. Pliers on those, and we're gonna be heater and AC-less in the rear. And here we are, the heater and AC setup for the rear of Excursion 2000 to 2005. All right, well, here is what we have left. We have got some sort of little relay over there. It's attached to the 12-volt plug. So I don't know if that's just in the same room. It's kind of weird. And then what I still believe could be the tube for water out the rear window. These things get pulled out of the floor, and a lot of that wiring harness will be taken away. But there is what we have, completely stripped down Ford Excursion interior, and we're ready to cut 12 inches out of this thing. That's pretty cool. Going to be right in here, about, I think it was about from this to this-ish is what we're going to cut out. So anyway, super excited, ready to get cutting. Well, thank you guys for watching today. We are stoked this thing is starting to come along. Super excited to start drawing lines on it and possibly cutting the back on it. We are going to cut the body first and then going to figure out the frame later. The frame issue lies with the gas tank. So it's going to be really tough, actually. I might even be putting in a Grand Cherokee gas tank or a TJ gas tank behind the axle and another belly tank so that I have enough fuel, because this V10's a thirsty gal. So we're going to need some fuel. I'd love to have even more fuel than the factory Excursion, but I don't know if that's possible. So yeah, hopefully I end up with more fuel. That's the biggest thing. If you have any ideas for me, but the idea right now in our heads is we are going to cut the body, shorten the body, leave the frame long for a little bit, so I can figure out what to do with the gas tank. And then I can just cut the frame off and build a bumper and stuff like that. The frame's going to be cut right behind the rear axle purchase, or the rear leaf spring holders. And I'm probably going to end up with some flip brackets on those, because right now they're inverted, so the spring is mounted here and they're mounted here, so they go like this. I want them to be down here so they have lots of flex. It is going to stay leaf in the rear. I think the front's going to go coil. We'll see. But anyway, if you want any of these parts, hit me up. You guys have my email is down below in the website, and geeks4x4 at Gmail, or comment down below. You guys let me know, and we will talk about getting some of these parts out to you. Yeah, seat, rear AC and heater combo, possibly the side things, I'm not sure yet. Rear carpet if you want it, spare tire holder, all those things. If anybody needs those things, you guys let me know. We'll figure something out. So anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will see you guys next time.